Okay. So let's go back to that article and really take a look at this. Apparently, it is illegal to have sex with a rodeo clown in the presence of horse.
What about cow?
In Massachusetts. Let's go on here.
Now, what if you're on one side of the line and there's a horse in Massachusetts, but you're in another state and the horse is looking at you across the state line? Where's that? Is that okay? Can you do it on the border?
Yeah, I don't know. Like, what if the horse is standing in New Hampshire or something?
Yeah.
And you're having sex with a rodeo clown in Massachusetts?
Or the other way around? Like, is somebody going to be like, hey, get him! He's teaching that horse how to have sex with people! Like, what's the reasoning there? Like, is a horse going to be like...
Okay, so how about this one? It says, Prince Charming need not apply. It says, Sleeping Beauty is so 1950s. This is the 21st century, people. Women don't just lie around waiting for their princes to arrive. In fact, it's literally illegal to do so in Colorado, where kissing a sleeping woman is prohibited by law. So guys, you'll just have to find some other way to wake her from the evil witch's spell.
Well, that's a good idea. It's almost like that one shouldn't need to be said. Like,
do you think that's
if you come across a sleeping stranger and she happens to be a woman, don't kiss her. It's weird. Don't do it. It's illegal. Like, you shouldn't have to tell people that. That's like, and if you're a woman sleeping in public, like,
what if she's like your girlfriend of like 7 years?
Well, if she doesn't press charges, then nobody knows.
Right, but it's still illegal. So like here's my question: if a prosecutor, if like a state prosecutor was standing there, right, just happened to be standing there, and you go kiss your girlfriend while she's sleeping, like, oh, you're so beautiful while you sleep, kiss her on the forehead, is the prosecutor going to press charges?
I don't know. Is he allowed to?
Or is it like assault and battery in this, where the victim has to be the one, depending on the injuries? Wait, but there's no injuries when you kiss, right?
Well, you could get herpes. That could be forever.
Okay, so let's go on here. Next one is wink wink. In Alabama, it's against the law for a man to seduce a chaste woman by means of temptation, deception, arts, flattery, or a promise of marriage.
Arts? Wait, arts?
Arts.
Like
arts, A-R-T-S.
Like somebody playing the guitar can...
Yeah, you can't...
Somebody writes a poem.
Like violin.
Yeah.
Somebody's serenading somebody with a harp.
Wow, I never knew you could river dance before, and that swooned me. Like, no, sir, that is not an appropriate method. Gotta use money. Money is that's all we're allowed to use here. That's interesting.
That's not the end of the article, though. So it says, that doesn't leave you a lot of options, right? But that's nothing compared to the rules in Ottumwa, Iowa, where you can't even wink at a pretty lady with whom you're unacquainted. So you can't wink at a strange lady in Iowa. And this city, it looks like...
Well, that's just a good rule. I mean, that could lead to all kinds of shit.
You definitely don't want to be winking at
Imagine
strange ladies.
I don't wink.
What if the strange lady was like Ronda Rousey?
I don't know what that is.
Oh, you don't know who Ronda Rousey is? Wow. Well...
An actress or a politician?
She was like the top of the women's MMA world. Actually, still is, but she got her ass beat by this chick named Holly Holm.
I don't follow fighting.
Good. So, okay. Maybe next time he'll think before he cheats. In Arkansas, adultery is punishable by a fine of $20 to $100, which is steep, but hardly prohibitive. That might explain Bill Clinton's time in Little Rock. Good thing he wasn't governor of California, though. An illicit affair in the Golden State could set you back $1,000. I had no idea.
But you have to be married. Can't be like, no, my girlfriend was cheating on me. I want $1,000 from this bitch. Like, nah. Still, if you're married to somebody, $1,000 is not prohibitive. Like, the house you live in is worth much more than that.
Well, what's interesting is, so you're going to pay your spouse $1,000. So I'm going to write you a check out of our joint account and pay you $1,000.
Just for me. I'm going to go to Great America by myself with my friends.
Because you cheated on me.
Give me that money.
I need $1,000 in cash.
I'm getting the new Xbox and a TV. Fuck you.
Okay. So...
I'm going to put these down on low.
Let's see. Plus, they're kind of scratchy is the next paragraph.
Okay.
Maybe
Yeah, you gotta get something from the kitchen.
maybe this is why they never filmed an episode of Magnum PI. In the Hoosier state, Mustangs are illegal in India if the owner of said facial hair. Oh, I'm sorry, Mustangs. Mustaches are illegal in Indiana if the owner of said facial hair has a tendency to habitually kiss other humans. Soul patches and goatees, though, totally legal.
I wonder who comes up with these.
Mustaches are illegal in Indiana if the owner of said facial hair has a tendency to habitually kiss other humans. So if you're a kisser, you know,
How do you establish that? Like, no, I don't kiss other humans. I just kiss my wife or my girlfriend. Like, no, she's not. She doesn't count. Like, or like, how much is habitual? Like, if you do it every day, like once a day, is that habitual? So the overall point is laws are really silly.
Yeah, well, absolutely, but these are awesome though. Like here's the next one. Brush your teeth first. Is the American Dental Association behind this one? Men of Alexandria, Minnesota, be warned. It's against the law to have sex with your wife if your breath smells of garlic, onions, or sardines.
What if
Ladies,
you don't kiss her?
what?
What if you don't kiss her?
No, it's against the law to have sex with your wife if your breath smells of garlic, onions, or sardines. That's what it says.
But what if you're doing like a glory hole action? Your breath is like totally in a different room.
I mean, having sex is... Says, ladies, know your rights. The law mandates that your man must brush his teeth if you request it.
Oh, you gotta request it. What if there's no time? What if it's like, oh, bam, it's already happening. Oh, I'm done. Right before she can even finish the sentence. Hey, honey, could you brush your?
It's over.
Oh, you wanted to go brush down the
Sorry, babe.
driveway? Is that what you were gonna say? I don't know.
Even if you're shooting blanks is the title of the next one. File this one under weirdly specific laws. In Wisconsin, a man may not fire a gun while his partner is having an orgasm. Welcome to the wussification of America.
Oh, where's the fun in that?
That is weirdly specific. In Wisconsin, a man may not fire a gun while his partner is having an orgasm.
But he can do it when he's having an orgasm. Am I mangling this? I'm not a great butcher.
I don't know. Are you? The virgin suicides. Talk about a riddle wrapped up in a mystery against an enigma. In Washington, it's illegal to have sex with a virgin, even on the wedding night. Surprisingly, Washington, once a virgin, always a virgin, is not the state's official motto.
Now, how do virgins become unvirgins?
Yeah, that's fucking weird. In Washington, it's illegal to have sex with a virgin, even on the wedding night.
So if a virgin has sex with a virgin, who's tried there? Whose fault is it?
Maybe that's what they're trying to do.
That you can only do it with another person who's never done it before? Like, oh no, I've never done it either, let's do it.
That's weird. How would you prove that, though? I'd like to call to the stand.
No, her hymen wasn't busted when I entered her before. I promise.
No shirt, no service. In Hawaii, it's illegal to appear in public wearing only swimming trunks, which, correct me if I'm wrong, basically puts the entire cast of Hawaii 5.0 on the list of America's Most Wanted. It may also explain all the lies. Lies? What's that? L-E-I-S? Lies?
Lays.
Lays. Oh,
Just
no
flat
shit. Yeah. You can tell I've never been to Hawaii. This is still
Never been
better.
laid before?
I've never been laid either. This is still better than the law of the land in Kentucky. However, in the bluegrass state, a lady may not wear a bathing suit on a highway unless she's escorted by at least 2 police officers and armed with a club. What?
Well, because we know that what will happen when people see a woman wearing a bikini on the highway. She'll need people to beat off her pursuers.
I don't know, Cody. This is fucking crazy. Okay, last one. Bottoms up. In Ames, Iowa, it's illegal for husbands to take more than 3 gulps of beer while lying in bed with their wives. In a related story, the inventor of the wide-mouthed beer can may have been a husband from Ames, Iowa. So let's read that again. In Ames, Iowa, it's illegal for husbands to take more than 3 gulps of beer while lying in bed with their wives.
But what if they have 2 and then get up and then get back down and have 2 more?
Well, I would assume that it resets.
I would assume. They're not specific enough on these.
They're really not that specific.
We'd get in a lot of trouble.
So this is an article by Josh Roberts of the Huffington Post. And in the last part of it says, the frighteningly comprehensive website WeirdSexLaws.com served as my primary resource for this article. That's fucking awesome.
I didn't even come up with this shit. Somebody else put it all together.